If there's one bunch of people who should be most excited by this and empowered by it, it's planning departments, insight and planning discipline. For years they've been using psychology. Of course, that's the sort of their stock in trade, and their understanding of the consumer, ought to be second to none, and better than the average marketer. But they are specialists in understanding consumer perception and consumer behaviour. If you now have the ability to test and evaluate, test and learn, test and learn, test and learn through neuro application, this is opening up all sorts of new possibilities for that. The great thing is now there are techniques that have been around for a little while, but are really now being deployed far more actively and plugged into some of these other new methodologies as well. They provide a granularity of output which includes things like purchase intent. And as we all know, purchase intent is a bit of a holy grail for marketers, and the problem has been with traditional measures of purchase intent or likelihood to purchase is that they don't correlate very well at all with actual behaviour. Now we've got the ability to measure purchase intent or intent to purchase, likelihood to purchase at a implicit, non-conscious level. So instead of asking you, are you likely to buy it on a scale of 1 to 5, we don't do that. We don't ask the specific questions. We infer that from their neurological responses, biometric responses, psychometric responses. We have the ability to get more meaningful, more predictive measures of purchase intent. And that really is a key for the commercial application of neuroscience and neuromarketing. We've reached what I call the dipping point, not the tipping point, but the dipping point as far as neuro is concerned. Dipping in the sense of people dipping their toe in the water. So I've got clients I talked to maybe 10 years ago who thought I was completely crazy. 5 years ago, they still told me I needed a medical checkup and I got a brain check. And now they can say, hey, actually, would you mind coming in and just telling us a little bit more about this stuff? Because we've been thinking about it for a while, and we think the time is now right to have a go. And I think probably the most important factor in all of this is that the mentality of clients and agencies has moved away from being, does this stuff tell us anything at all, or is it just a load of smoke and mirrors, to, yes, clearly there's something in this stuff. The question really we need to answer is, how do we get the most out of it? Even 10 years ago, most of the studies were done in labs or in very controlled environments, clinics, and they tended to be, heavy duty, what I call sort of hardcore neuroscience, fMRI, SST, EEG type studies, with white-coated operators and respondents referred to as subjects. Now it's moved out of the lab into the home. And so we have highly scalable techniques available on webcams or web-based modalities, which you can do in the comfort of your own home or on tablets, smartphones, and give you layers of information from the non-conscious that you just weren't accessible before.